and it's all functional now. Good stuff. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Yeah. So we're basically building the biggest mega factory to ever exist, probably ever. And let me just show y'all sort of the outline of this place. Make sure I've got enough rocket fuel. Do I have the thing that I came here for? I came here for something. Oh wait, I need a quick wire, quick wire. There we go. That should be more than enough. And let's head on into the hypertube cannon, because hypertube cannon's fastest way to get around. Yeah. And as you can see, there's a lot everywhere. There's like places over there, there. It's all everywhere. But this is gonna be the mega factory. This area here is so immensely huge that it's almost incomprehensible. Yeah, it even struggles to load in sometimes, but this area is going to be crazy big. There's geothermal generators underneath here and a few over there. That'll probably be what I use to sort of kickstart the facility, but then up there, that's going to be the main power switch, so we'll be able to control the power to this facility if need be. But I doubt that's going to be the case, so we're going to try and get this thing built. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not entirely sure what all I'm going to be doing. I don't know what to do with this. There's like a lot to this, really. I mean, I know what I want to do with it. I know what the end goal is, but I don't know exactly how we're going to get there. And I think I've actually sketched out some of the blueprint schematics for it. And I think if I follow these, it might help a little bit, maybe. So the biggest thing is there needs to be a central area where everything sort of goes to be processed. So what I'm thinking is all the ores and stuff that we have here, everything is gonna have to be like fed into a very specific area. So I'm thinking where would the entrance to this place even be? This place is literally taking up the entirety of the swamp. Like, the whole swamp is going to be a factory. So we just gotta figure this out. I mean, it can't be... my eyeball. Frick. Yeah, it can't be that hard, right? Oh, shoot, I should probably, go ahead and make a couple posts about the stream being active. Let me go ahead and make a few posts. Mainly one to the Discord. And think that might be it. Maybe. That should be something. I made a couple posts about it. Anyway. Okay. So, if I'm gonna do this the way I was thinking about, we're gonna need... Okay, so, forgive me, I'm a little bit special. Just a little bit. Okay, so this is that. Okay, all these miners are Mark III, which is ideally what you want. The issue is, the only issue I can see is that we're gonna have to drag this all into one centralized location. Because I kind of have this plan. It's a really weird plan, but I think it might work. And I think that might be the centralized location. Like, this area in particular. I was originally going to turn this into like a park or something, but it might function better as a centralized area for all the resources to be brought into. So, goodbye. So long. Anyway, well, now that that's done, we just gotta figure this out. Should be pretty easy. So this is sort of my grand idea. It's kind of half baked, but don't get me wrong. It's gonna work. It'll work. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be like visually the most pleasing thing. And you know, that's something we'll have to work at. So let's double this. Let's double this like underneath. Okay. So let's do a little bit of thinking. First thing I probably need to get operational is we need to get sulfur, coal, and plastic together. Coal is going to be up there, as you can see by that very tiny machine right there. There's a coal mine. Sulfur is all the way over here on the other side of this rock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's right there. And then deuterium, plastic, etc. is going to come from over there, where there's oil being pushed up by a pressurizer thing. However, we kind of need to get a little thing of plastic going. So, I think that's going to be my first objective, is to get some plastic going. That way we can actually make containers, like, you know, packaging containers. And then we can move liquids around the facility a little bit easier by putting them, you know, obviously in packagers. Also, bacon agar. Spider's bad. What is this again? Is this copper? If this is copper, no, it's iron. Okay, it's iron. Yeah, this is oil. It's not a pure node, but it'll work. It'll work. Paleberry. Nice. Okay. Just pick up a few of these. What's up? Good to see you. We are going to build the biggest mega factory probably in existence now. I've said the title, it's going to happen. Oh yeah, we also, while we're at it, while I'm thinking about it anyway, give me a ma'am. Okay, and now we got one of those being researched. Oh my gosh. I hate it when I do that. That's literally the worst, is pulling something out of your hand just to throw it somewhere it doesn't need to be. Okay, so we're gonna start over here. And I think that little strip, that little weird thing right there looks like the perfect sort of start to this. We'll build a little bit underneath it. Filling out the foundation areas. Then we'll push this out by about 10 here. I'm not sure what kind of area I'm going to need to work with, but we'll figure it out. Making sure audio is good, check, good stuff, all good. Everything's working as intended. Alright. That starts that. Now, just to figure out, I think architecture has this. Yeah, I want that to be like that. Good. Good. You know, using natural supports is always a smart move. Natural supports always tend to look pretty good. Especially when you can put steel frames around them just to make sure that they don't go nowhere. Like that ain't going nowhere. And we can use that to pump up some of this impure oil, which I'm sure isn't going to be a problem. At least it shouldn't be. I don't think it will be, but we're going to try anyway. Okay, so we're going to need, let's think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. So we're going to end up needing 6 of those, but... Okay, so how was the design of this? let me check, because I have a very specific way that I'm going to design this. And I believe it goes something like... Okay, we're going to leave that sort of like that, so... We don't want that to be there. We want to... Actually, we need to bring that out a little bit more. Just a smidge. And actually... No. Ramp. I think. Ramp good. Ramp really good. Okay, so ramp good. Yeah. Okay. So now, the way I want to build this is going to look something like this. It's a lot of area to work. Actually, no, we're not going to ramp that. We're going to go ahead, full send, just frame. Okay. Because it would work better with the way I'm actually going to build this. So we're going to start with... Go ahead and just do it 2 out as well. This is kind of how the walls are going to look. At least I think. So we start with that, then we're going to break into a basic wall. And we'll try steel wall, I think. Yeah, we're going to recolor this later. In fact, actually, let me just go ahead and do that now. I think that works. Yeah, and then you see the architecture I'm talking about wanting to use is small concrete pillar. Whoa, that is not it. Hang on. We can fix this. Yeah. That being right there would mean we need another one in the dead center of this. And then we'll skip one and right there. Oh wait, go a little bit closer. Perfect. So something like that for the wall, if I'm not mistaken. We got 4, 1, 4. Okay, we need the next 4 up there, so steel walls. And then it goes 1. Then we have 4, 1, 4, and then 1. 4. 1. 4. Well, almost missed. Come on now. There it is. 1. 4, 1, 4, and then the last one will make that. Just like that. And then we'll change this. Yeah, kind of like that. Then pull the architecture together. Concrete pillar. then let's go ahead and get our pipeline wall holes. Start connecting this up. So, 1, 2, there's more on that side than there is this side, but I'm going to try and even it all out. Definitely. Okay. This is like dead centered. Here. It's like dead center there. Ma'am has completed research. What we got? A super state computer, heat exchanger, and an assembler. That makes 10 per minute. Out of stuff that I shoot you at. We'll take that. We'll leave that there for right now. Okay, so we have our wall hole pipe things. As far as these go, these are definitely oil pipes, so carbon steel seems like the way to go for that. Okay. So we really just kind of need this room to be, well, not room, but building to be a, well, plastic facility. Though, maybe we can put half of it towards rubber as well. No. We just need plastic. Definitely. Plastic on one, the rest of it goes into a packager, right? First and foremost, it might be an idea. Maybe. Let's get our logistics going. Okay. Extremely careful. And then, of course, carbon steel finish on those. Ooh. Almost fell. Wouldn't have been good. Okay. Let's get our... Maybe. Let's go ahead and lock this in with our external indicators. think the external indicators will look good just in like some places, like this in particular. That way you can actually see what's on the inside of this pipe. However, carbon steel finish, because, yes. Oil pipe look good. And then we clean pipe. Just like that. Yeah. That looks pretty good, wouldn't you say? Okay, okay. Yeah, that looks good. So let's get some wall support going. Carbon steel finish. And then get our clean pipeline Mark II. Those are doing the weird thing where it loops into the bottom, which is exactly what we want, and we carbon steel finish those. Very nice. Okay, production. Oh yeah, please. That has to be active first, so we're not able to do that until this is active. Okay. So as far as this goes, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it can make it all the way over there, which is what we want. So let me go recharge this and get a proper like boost jump to that area. Okay. Always with the platform. slug. There it is. Come here, you. Slippery. Okay, so we just gotta loop this back around. Easy peasy. And that can connect up to the coal generator, the coal mine there. Alright. Alright. Also, let's go ahead and get the MAM going. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's go ahead and start scanning another one. This should work. But as for this one, we're gonna turn this away. Wire is too long. It's not working. Easy fix. So now we just need to see how far away I can actually get this. Grab, grab. Come on. Okay, so I am gonna have to just build it like one by one instead. Run this over here, and then we should be able to loop it back around to the main facility for power. And it shouldn't take me too much longer to get this going, at least. I hope. One can only hope. How far out can we go with that? We can at least go over there. Wait. Let's take this up a little bit higher then. I think that would actually help us out in the long run. Okay. Yeah. Then we just loop it back into the main power. Somehow. Okay, I think that's our opportunity over there. To, like, just feed it back in naturally. So, let's go and see about it. Yes. That'll do it. And then let's just ride the zip line back down. A lot of crashed freighter parts. Like just in that general area, there's a lot of crashed freighter parts. While I'm here, overclock 600 per minute. It'll help. Alright, while that area just kind of fills up, we're going to head over here. Spiders. I don't even know if I've gotten that hard drive yet. Maybe I did. I probably did. We'll assume that I did, pretty much. I'll have to make it in before I go back to that one, and I did not get that at all. Okay. So I should have figured that wasn't going to work. However, what I will do is this, because I can guarantee you the wire for this won't be. This gives me a connection point as well. Always make sure it lines up. Wire's too long for that, but course, that one's going to face that way. That one might actually need to face a different direction. Now that I think about it, they might need to actually face inwards. Sort of like that. There. There. That one can face things like that. Okay. So, let's go and get this moving into the pipeline. So the real question is, when am I kinda wish there was a way I could do this a little bit neater. But it might be. We're gonna try it. Clean pipeline Mark II. Get these all hooked up. Work. This is going to definitely need to be longer though. So face it inwards. Furthest one out, so make it up like that. The second one, actually this one needs to go ahead and connect. This is a weird mess of pipes, but why did I pick up leaves? I don't need leaves. Eat. Carbon steel finish on just about everything, including that. Okay. Now comes the trick. Getting pumps to make all of this actually function. I think 50 meters is going to be... Okay. So now we just connect up our power pole Mark II about right. And plug them in. All of those are plugged up. Oil is flowing through at a generous rate here. Seems to be flowing up as well, which is good. Okay. So, now we just refinery. Wait. The design. I cannot forego the design, because if I do that, then everything's gonna be wrong, and I can't afford that, so we're gonna go ahead and make a yes. Gate hole. Gate hole. And that'll be for factory parts in the future. Automated gate. When is that open again? Perfect. That's exactly what you want. That'll be for factory carts in the future, because factory carts are gonna have to run through everywhere. Okay. Rooftop area there. Go ahead and recolor all of that. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay. So, up there, to show off a bit more of what my design sort of plan is. So first and foremost, I'm gonna absolutely have to do something like this. That will signal that this is a oil facility, and this is where oil is coming from, which is a great idea. Always sort of, visual cues. I think that's a good idea. But to more show off what I'm trying to do here, let me catwalk or great walk. No, it's catwalk. It's catwalk. Okay. Somehow, some way, I need for catwalk. That's a little rough. I needed to hang off the ceiling a bit, so I think a painted beam would help. Diagonal, default. So let's just bring that up to right about there and see if we can't attach something to it. Like a straight catwalk. No, that did not go as planned. So let's grab this. And now we can do it. And what, that'll work, I think. Yeah. How does that look on the other side, though? Yeah, it should be fine. We're just gonna make these a bunch of T sections now, just in case. Okay, and then we got a crosswalk intersection here. No. We need that to be a corner. Definitely. Corner, I think? Having the catwalk be like that is kind of what I want, where you can like just be up here. It's sort of like a viewing platform to a degree, but it also allows you to get over the pipes and everything. That way you're not actually worried about it too much. Okay, so now we're getting into the big stuff. Yeah. So to do this is gonna be a little strange looking. Okay, now we just grab our industrial fluid buffer. We want to line up with the middle one. It's not perfectly centered, so I need to actually get that right. This one is right here, not perfectly centered. Yes. So let's see. Are we good now? Yes. Perfect. Noodle goes in. Midway through. Add in that. Then take these away. And now, it looks like those might be hanging from the ceiling, to a degree. Though, I'm gonna have to actually make the ceiling. So let's make the ceiling. And I think I need to make the ceiling a bit higher. Honestly, just for this one. Probably just by 2. Architecture. Let's grab our small concrete pillar. And then for our final bit, we will add the orange wall on top to sort of cap it all off. Orange wall on top means ceiling. And for this, we're going to need an asphalt foundation because asphalt roof. Okay, so now comes the really weird thing that I'm going to do. Underneath each of these, I need this to be like straight on the bottom, straight above it. So like for right here, I need to look straight up, just like that. Okay, and now go under this. So let's see how we can do this. How are we going to get this? How are we going to achieve this outcome? Looks good. Yeah. Actually, hold up. Better idea. It's not directly over the pipe. Ah, frick. Okay, hang on. We can do this. We got this. Actually, let's try and keep it all really tight together. And then straight over this one. Okay. So now let's bring back those little foundations. Organization. That's gonna work perfect. Ow. We might want to improve this into a Mark III. Just to improve the number of connection points. Like that, and then we'll take that. Alright. So now we take these. logistics, clean pipeline. Very good, very good. So now, I feel safe doing this. This is gonna look really cool. Like, I'm really proud of this. Hang on. Oh, yes. How's it look from the top? Perfect in every way. Look at that. Just look at that. They're hanging from the ceiling. Nice. Okay, so now that those are hanging from the ceiling, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with them. Okay, so let's take a refinery. Yeah, about that. So, oh yeah, we gotta get compacted coal over this way too. Because, I think. Blender. Okay, no. No. Maybe. I don't know. Hang on. We would need nitrogen gas over here in order for that to make any sense. But we also have to have turbo fuel for the regular rocket fuel recipe. So I think nitro rocket fuel is really going to be the go-to for what I'm trying to do here. But in order to do that, we're going to have to package things up. So it creates polymer resin, which could be used to make residuals. And then take the residual, okay, at that, no, wait, that requires water. So let's get some plastic going. Okay, but first I need to actually sort this out in a way that's going to make sense. Okay. Make a little bit of plastic and have some heavy oil residue come out on the other side. We're making about Let's go ahead and make it to where we're making like 100 plastic per minute. Because if I'm not mistaken, in order to make containers, actually, $50. Let's do some math right quick. So if I were to overclock that by that much, we get 45, which would actually save me a ton. Okay. We don't need that one. We only need one. And it only needs to be making 45 per minute. Which isn't... Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're overclocking it all the way. And we'll save whatever's left by sending it to logistics, programmable splitter. We'll send the leftover. Okay. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, left, right. Right is going to be... No, wait, it needs to be centered. It needs to be centered. So center is going to be... plastic. Why am I doing it like this? Nope, that's not it. We want plastic, and this is overflow. To which we will put a storage container right here. And we're making 25 heavy oil residue per minute. So, if I were to reverse engineer that, check residual fuel. We need 60 per minute to make it even worthwhile. So, I think this just means we're gonna... We do need to make fuel. That's for sure. I just think one of these might need to make just straight up heavy oil residue. And we can take polymer resin. How much is that making though? That's making 100 a minute. That's making 25 as well as plastic. So 125 if we were to combine those efforts together into, let's just say, one machine to be making residual fuel. How much could we get away with? $120. So, yeah, but then we'd have 50 excess polymer resin, which, for lack of better terms... Oh, hey Joseph, how's it going? Good to see you again. I'm just figuring out a bunch of logistics right now. Forgive me. There's a lot going on. So, to do that, we need... Actually, I need to get this to burn through 125, so let's try and get 82. 84? No, 83. 0.5. 0.3. 0.4. 0.3, no. Okay, 0.35. Okay, 0.33 repeating. No, 0.32. Yeah, 83.32. Oh yeah, doing a ton of stuff. That looks like it'll work okay-ish. I mean, we're only like 0.02 off, which isn't bad. Alternatively, I could just package it up and have it sent elsewhere. So I'm not entirely sure. Like, let's get our pipelines out. Pipeline support. That up. That might work. Seems like it would. This thing has a head lift of what, 10 meters, right? 10 meters upwards, and that's less than 10 if I'm not mistaken, so we should be fine. And then it pumps into there, which creates fuel, which in turn brain time. It is big brain time. Let's increase this by another 10 outwards. Well, we have a little bit more room to work with here. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but like I've kind of had this idea. I've been building this thing. It's took me forever to get it like that, where these where the containers for the oil are gonna hang from the ceiling, and I think it looks really cool. Because you know, having it hang from the ceiling just feels a little bit cooler than having it sit on the floor. You know, it all comes from out here, which that looks tacky and terrible, but yeah, well, I'm trying. Then it just pumps straight up into there, so. Let me go ahead and grab some more rocket fuel, just in case I need it. Because I don't know if I'm going to need it or not. That'll work. But the design over here, this is what I like the most, is I've kind of got this idea of keeping the walls sort of like that. You know, being able to travel on a catwalk to look around at the rest of the factory. I think that would be kind of cool. So, let's take this. Just like that. Perfect. Alright. So that should allow for the crude oil to be dumped into these, and then that creates that. But this is also running a polymer resin, so we're gonna have to package that up and send that elsewhere into the factory somehow. Think. Then again, polymer resin has a lot of uses. I could make residual of anything just by pumping a little bit of extra water into it, or I could even make fabric and filters and gas filters, iodine filters and stuff with the fabric if I did that. But okay, overflow goes to the right. Let's get our programmable splitter out. Okay, center is polymer resin, right is overflow. Then we'll take our stackable conveyor belt poles. For now, the overflow, at least I'm guessing, should lead into a... We're going to turn left output off on that. Overflow for this should lead into a shredder for now. One of the awesome sinks. We gotta fix that. Attempt to keep the conveyor belt straight anyway. That works. That really works. Okay. Yeah. And then we can take that, the plastic that I need. The plastic can actually just go ahead and and empty canisters. 30 per minute. 75 plastic per minute. We're making 50. We only need 50. Okay. Perfect. 100 per minute. That'll use up at least all of the plastic, I think. And if there is any overflow, it'll instantly be taken out of there by the machinery. Conveyor merger. The overflow of that should already be going there. Okay. So that's good. What are we doing with fuel? Fuel is optimized the best we can get. Let's think. So with that, I need a programmable splitter. That just needs to automatically split in 3 different ways, doesn't it? Or 2 different ways at least. Because one side of this is going to need to go for oil. I think, yeah. So then we connect that up. Center output's going to be overflow, whereas empty canister. Oh, not cooling system. We want empty canister. Okay. That'll split it up into 2 different directions. One side will go to package up the fuel, and then the other side will go over here to just package straight up oil. Which is going to be something I need to figure out. So wait a minute. How much oil is actually needed for the processes here? 75 per minute and 75 per minute. So that would end up being 150 per minute, whereas each of these resource wells will produce 75 per minute. Okay. Well, that makes my job a little bit easier, actually. Because instead of combining these, okay. So that's 75 per minute, 75 per minute. There's excess fluid in the buffers just in case anything gets backed up, which I doubt it will because we have so many overflow protections in place. I'm not starting up the facility until everything is built, meaning I want to have the walls, the lights, everything done. Smokestacks need to be on the exterior of the facility if possible, which would be nice. Polymer resin, what am I going to do with that? For now, that doesn't look like a terrible idea. I mean, that kind of smoothly fits underneath there. And I can still navigate through that, so for now, that seems like a good idea. It gives me a little bit of buffer to store some of that in, and I think that'll work. Really, really weird system I got going, but it'll make sense later. I feel like I should turn this around the other way to have the smokestacks facing the correct way, but nah. it'll be fine. Okay, so then we need a packager. Let's put that about right there. That looks good. So for packaging, just regular old fuel, for example. Then again, no. We're not packaging fuel. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna go grab that coal, and we're gonna go grab that sulfur over there. We're gonna somehow bring them over here so that we can do a thing in a blender and make it make sense. I think. Let me put that there. Turbo fuel. Interesting. I may have set up that system a bit fast then. Because if the turbo fuel blend requires something else entirely, what does this need then? Turbo fuel blend. Ooh. 22.5 fuel per minute, 15 compacted coal. However, the blender can make... only needs 15 fuel, 30 heavy oil residue. Sulfur, petroleum coke, that's going to be the problem there. How do I get petroleum coke again? A lot of heavy oil residue. Okay. Easy enough. So, now's gonna be an issue. You know what? This isn't where we make the fuel at. We're gonna package it up just like I intended, and yeah, we need to just package it up like I was intending to do. And then we can ship it out somewhere else. $40 per minute. This is making 100 per minute. And then we're going to need another packager. Uh-oh, what we got? Uh-oh. Okay, so... one moment. Alright, packager. That's off-centered. Need that to be... Actually, let's go ahead and make it look perfectly centered like that. And what does it take to make it look? 30... 60? And if the other one's only using 40, we still have oil left over to spin. Okay, 30, 30. Each one of those is making 75, so I mean... about that though. That ain't it. That's a little more neat and orderly. Okay. Okay, so for right now, I'm thinking... Okay, I will be right back in just a moment. I need to go get something figured out right quick, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Harib, our good girl. Yes, ma'am. She our good girl. Come here, up. I'm gonna jump up. You jump up, get pettings. Yes. No, being camera shy today. Okay. Good girl. She is best dog. Best doggy ever. Yeah. If you are. Here. Jump up here. Come on. Up. We're here. You're not even. I did not hurt you. You know that. You know I did not hurt the Reed. I know. She are good doggerino. This is the content people come here for. Dog content. She good dog. Beep beep. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, I think we're gonna actually try to go ahead and fix that a little bit. So I think making oh wait, why do this when hang on, yeah, that might be optimized, but no, hang on. I can make this better. That's literally going to be the entire thing with Satisfactory from here on out with me. Is, wait, I can literally make this better. Also, let's not use that side. If possible. So this is only using 75. You can go ahead and make another one. So 75 plastic turbine. 50 and 50 is 100. Plus, let's go ahead and get a bonus residue. Or maybe we could go ahead and make rubber here. Yeah, and then 50 residue, 25, 25, that's 100 residue per minute. If I were to plug that in, please, to make residual fuel. Wait. Okay, so what if we went 0.7? No, too high. Yeah, that would probably be a little bit more something there. That would burn through at least 100. And then we have rubber also being made out here, which is pretty ideal. Let's copy these settings, move this over somewhere else. However, these... that would go about like that. Roughly something like that. And let's go ahead and make residual fuel here. Paste that. Good. That has an invalid date. Can't do that. So let's make this a little bit different. That should work. And then, with that, making fuel. And then we copy and paste these to get 300 heavy oil residue. Wait, I haven't even got, wait a minute. Yeah, so that's going to require all of them. So I was initially right. Okay. Yeah. However, the one way I wasn't right was in the fact that this is going to have to be in the middle of each of these, and it splits them off in two separate directions here. I feel like I could make this better. But at the same time, I also don't know if it's possible. Ah, 2 hours. Nice. We have reached the 2-hour mark. So that's kind of cool. It's a little funky, but yeah, I can vibe with that. I'll vibe with that. Funky, but it looks good. I think it looks good. Rude. Uh-oh. 1 second. Rude. Rube needed to go outside. Also, Garrett, hi. Good to see you. So far, looks like everything's going good. I just gotta get some things put together. This is the biggest factory I've ever built in my life, so obviously it's a little it's a little impressive, at least I think it is. Outside because she needed to go to the bathroom. Alright, that looks pretty neat. Also, I've done something super weirdly complex and I made those hang from the ceiling, which is not something that should be possible, and those are power lines. But, you know, so be it. It looks neat. It looks cool. And then, of course, you know, the oil pipes. Alright, so all of this connects into this, which connects into this, which connects to that. Anyway, it's all just kind of like cascading over each other. It's pretty cool, I think. That's all doing that. That's all the residual oil being pushed into there, which is what you want. And then we need to combine that. Merge both of these. This doesn't need a solid input, that only needs a liquid input and has only a liquid output. Whereas this, so that might be an issue. So I need that copied. I need to make a new one right next to it. We split because that's going to be making it even 100. Then we paste that into there. That way 50 and 50. Now we're making 200 empty containers per minute. Whew. Okay, so go ahead and get rid of that because we can't use that right now. Residual oil. Now what am I going to do with that? I'm making 100 heavy oil residue. So let's think. We need to do something with all the heavy oil residue. Okay, that's the one. And if we're doing 100 per minute, that means we can literally take these. Oh gosh, we're gonna be like overcharging everything. Everything is gonna be crazy overflowing soon. So let's, once again, we gotta expand. Okay, so each one of these makes 100 of that per minute. So we take our refineries. I don't need either of those right there. I need those to be moved a bit. That's fine. The merger can stay. Go ahead and copy the settings from there real quick. Then, let's see. We'll move the plastic out that way. And for now, we'll go ahead and put a constructor just over here that has those settings that I need. And then we work on the fuel. Okay. So, with all of this, we copy this. So that's perfectly set to make 100. See. And then, or, well, you know, make however much 100 of that produces. Anyway. Yes. Then we're going to have 150 polymer resin to have to deal with. Which means... we gotta think. Also, I need to go check on Rube. She has been outside for a little bit, and it's a little wet outside, and I'm worried about her getting muddy. So, let's save the game right quick before I check on that. And let me go over here so y'all have something interesting to look at, I reckon. Yeah, that works. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta go check on Rube. She's outside. Don't want her to get muddy and all. Alright. And now we're back. Again. Sorry. Things kind of keep coming up because, you know, in this place, the longer I do a stream, the more things are bound to come up. And, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Okay. So, let's do this. Checking these. All of those are set the way I need them to. However, I want to do something with that polymer resin, which means I might need... Rube, what are you doing? What are you doing, big girl? Alright. Are you good, Rube? She is good, Rube. Very good, Rube. Polyester fabric might be a good one to go for. For now, I don't know. For now, I'm not really sure. So we kind of need to like fully get this system figured out before I start doing anything too drastic. All those are connected up. 75, so there are like 6 things of 75 per minute happening right there, which is exactly how much we're using. We do have a bit of rubber being made here, which will help us out in the long run. I don't like how that is. Let me fix that. I want to merge them, but like make them centered. About like that. I'm gonna, yes. So, we just paste, because that's gonna burn through 100 plastic per minute. That's just fuel, residual fuel. So, hang on. I have to make this right. That up. That. Perfect. And then we just split that back off. Right here at the end. And that deals with all the plastic. Now, about the rubber that's not being used. That will probably actually be an issue later. I do need to find something to do with that. So... I bet you there's some kind of refinery recipe that I could use that uses rubber. Isn't there? No. Okay, so what about a manufacturer? Oh! Thermal propulsion rocket. That's already something interesting. Modular engine. I mean, I could. Turbo motor. No. Insulated crystal oscillator seems like an idea. Radio control system. Yeah. If anything, we would do that. So what about... Okay, nothing there. Let's check an assembler. Maybe there's something we can build with that. Magnetic field generator. Interesting. Supercomputers. Nice. Heat sink exchanger. The heat exchanger seems like a good idea. It's probably extremely useful as well. Insulated cable is also an option. Okay, so let's see. We actually have a lot of options here. Nothing in the constructor. I know it's gonna have to be a manufacturer more than likely. And it's gotta use exactly 50 rubber per minute, so... I don't think that's gonna happen. Not right now, anyway. Flexible framework. I mean, if I can get steel production up and running, get those beams, That might actually help. It's 30 per minute, but I'm sure overclocked it would be, I can get that up to 50. Yeah, 12.5 per minute would use exactly 50. So we will do versatile framework here. That seems like a decent idea. Let's try. This place is getting a little more complex every time I try to make something new. Ugh. Okay, so we're making, let's just go ahead and say 67 per minute here. 4 times over, so if I were to do that math right quick, hang on. Where's the search thing? That's not it. It's in. So 67 times. Let's do that 4 times over. 268. So we need to somehow use 206 package 268 fuel per minute. I'm absolutely sure I need to be using oil for something else. You know what? No. One of these is gone. So if one of these pipes is going to use, is going for packaged oil. And we're making approximately 200 empty canisters per minute, which would imply 40, 80, $120, $150. So that's using 30 oil, 60 oil. Actually, can we just overclock that? Make that just, yeah. 75. Because I feel like plugging that like that. It's about 100. So if I was to do, like, let's just go ahead and say 67 times 3, it's 201. Okay, so basically I've got this about right. Need 100 of that going. 175. Shoot. Let's only overclock this once just to see what happens. 60, 60, 120. 120 plus 75. It's 195. So now 125 plus 75 is perfectly 200 using 65 and 60. Yes. And then we delete this one. Goodness, math is hard. Okay. There's still going to be a lot of residual fuel here, but because we're only packaging, what, 125 per minute. That one just needs to stay oil. Robe. It's a little off-centered, but no, it needs to be perfect. We must make it perfect. It's off by 1 on this tile in particular, so we'll move it about right there, then off by 1. Gosh, I don't know that that's gonna work very well, but we'll try it anyway. Okay, so copy paste that one. This is just packaged fuel with 1 fully charged, and this one over here is packaged oil with 3 overclocked, making it 75, pulling it out of 1 entirely. Whew. It's a mouthful. Alright, and that's filling up pretty good. So if I was to do this, 66.67 times 2, it's 133. That alone is going to be more than enough to do that. However, we still have this one fuel thing right here. Should be more than enough to keep that running. So we need a merger. We need to make sure that was actually on the conveyor belt itself. And then we start just going regular old splitters. I think that's hooked up right. Maybe. We'll find out. It's going to be really compact, that's for sure. So 50 and 50 per minute. That's making that. That's over here. This needs to be making. Is it versatile framework? Wow, that uses 75, and I do need those, but I don't have all that nearby. As far as all this goes, turbo motor, kinda, but that uses cooling systems, so honestly, I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, we should just shred the rubber for now. Yeah, that seems like an idea. For now, we shred the rubber. Then we have 100 polymer resin to also shred, I'm guessing. I mean, I do want to use everything, but I mean, I also fully realize that some of it I just can't. Like, not right now anyway. Because I don't have the entire factory set up. Maybe I should just continue, you know, building the factory before I lock in on this. That does look good, though. It does look pretty nice. The only problem is that I've got rubber being made, and I know I'm going to need it eventually. Like, I'm going to really regret not having it. So I think the best option here is to somehow... Because I don't need to start this system yet. This system doesn't need to be started. Because technically, there's a lot more I need to do as far as that goes. And I'm not just... Wait, why am I trying to package everything? Yes, package it so that we can move we package the fuel and move it upwards into the factory, because somewhere halfway through there is where coal and sulfur are going to meet to make compacted coal. And then the compacted coal will be used to make turbo fuel. And we're going to need all the fuel we can get. Ultimately, I think it might end up being a better idea. $25, 75. Okay, if that's making 50 fuel. 50 fuel per minute. It's another... How much plastic, though? $50 fuel per minute. Another 50 plastic per minute. I'm pretty sure one of the smarter things for me to do with this, with that amount of plastic, would be to go ahead and... I mean, I could start the system up. It's just not going to function the way I'm hoping it will. So we can store plastic there for now. That fuel... Fuel. What am I going to do with the fuel? I don't think... And 25. Okay, and 25. Okay, so yeah, this makes sense now. Okay. We do that, get rid of these. So now we're using all that plastic and all the residual fuel to make even more canisters. We're making 100, we're making 300 per minute now. Let's just go ahead and 80, 60, and 75. So let's go 80 plus 60 plus 75. It's 215. So now what's 160 plus 75? 235. Okay, well, let's just turbocharge it completely. Completely overclocked. So much package fuel per minute. We're only using 275 empty containers per minute, so that's a little concerning, but I think it's okay, probably. Okay. So 50. Let's just see, 66.67 times 2 plus 50. It's only 183, really? Then again, I don't really have a choice in that situation, because I'm literally burning through the most of it. Alright, so the rest of the, I guess, you know, the packages. Okay, so empty canisters, then the right output is going to be overflow. this is going to be making the polymer resin, which is overflow technically. Merger. This over here if possible. If possible. Okay. And then all we gotta do is grab a sink. Kinda wanna try and line up those boxes there. That'll shred any excess that the line produces. Ah, oh no, itchy. Okay. As for this, these can be tied to distribution areas, like... Well, this is going straight up no matter what, so we're gonna have to pump that. Like, not pump, but conveyor belt that all up into another part of the facility. So I think we've actually reached another wall. Okay, cool. So we have actually reached a wall. Nice. Now just to wall this all off. Yeah, that kind of works. Wait, I actually have to put the pipes together first. Ugh, forgot. So if that's doing 80, 160... But we can't go much higher than that. 160. Yeah, we can. What am I doing? 100 fuel per minute. I can get about 180. Yeah, that'll optimize that a bit. And we'll combine these two later. Do we? Yeah, we do. We combine them later. Sure, no, we combine them now. And then, actually, is to go ahead and do this. Get a logistics merger. Perfect. So then we got all that being packaged and sent out, which is ideal. Now, as far as this goes, I need to... I hit the thing, but I hit the thing. Okay. And then where does this sort of it stops right about there. Then it branches out by how many? Too long. I say too long, and I really mean it's like just literally the number 2. So the pipes, I need to connect these up. Pipe. No, wait. I messed up. Hang on. Okay, and then we want that. Yes. It looks like a mashup of horribleness, but I'm absolutely certain that it'll work. And it's all lower than 10 meters, meaning that it'll flow perfectly and we'll be a-okay. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. So this makes 75 oil per minute, meaning I need to go ahead and set up a truck station. Now, to go ahead and be burning some of this fuel, I don't know. I don't think I should do that yet. I don't think I need to do that yet. This needs to be... That's the merger then. Okay, no. I was right. Because the truck station is only going to be able to load and unload. So that can go right there with that feeding in. Because this is a load station, meaning it loads up oil and takes it elsewhere. I think that's a good idea, don't you? Oh, wait. About right there is where that is. About 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can fix that too, and then make that perfectly symmetrical with the other side. And now we have a symmetrical building, I think. Check. Building is symmetrical, and there's like walkways throughout, so looks like you could walk through here, at least in a sort of C shape. Like you go through there, you know, at least everywhere you would need to walk, you could get it. There's a little clipping there, which, no, we're gonna fix that. So we need to bring this side out by 1 as well. There we go. Now just to get the same look across the board for the whole building. You see, part of me wants to optimize space, but the other part of me wants to have this big, intricate looking area. And I think having the oil tank, you know, suspended from the ceiling like that is really gonna add to the intricate part, at least. Alright, let's come back over this way. Alright, stand up on a smokestack. Go over here to this smokestack. stand on these to... Ignore that. Okay. So this building looks like it's gonna actually be perfect. The only thing is, we don't have rubber being produced at this facility, which honestly, rubber is kind of necessary, but it is to a degree, but I can always have it imported from other places. Because fuel is going to be mass produced here for sure. Flashlight on because it looks like it's starting to be nighttime. At nighttime in the swamp is really dark. Once I get the outer parts built, we'll work on getting some lighting set up around this part of the facility. This is not the only part of... We still have all of that to go. Like, this is not the end. We are nowhere near done. Okay, so I think building this up at least to that white line right there would be a beneficial thing, maybe. And that looks good. Okay, actually, let's build it up to this one instead of that one. Make sure we cap it off. That ain't it. Skate back over here. Okay. I do believe that's going to be the cap for that. Now just to somehow, some way, make this work. Okay. Okay. Asphalt foundations. I mean, I do have roofing. It's just... I don't know about that. I don't think a flat. I think a flat top roof would be a lot easier to manage, at least in terms of trying to keep things orderly. There's an issue. That might be the reason we have to do something a little different. Okay. I think I've got it down now. Maybe. So let's just that. And that. Then we add that frame foundation. Rube's nose is whistling. It is absolutely the most adorable thing. I wish y'all could hear it. It'd just be so adorable. Is pretty great, but yeah, a frames above that to kind of air it out some, because obviously a fuel facility needs to be aired out, otherwise it could cause an explosion. On top of that, it lets the smokestack stick out, decently. They're able to actually stick out and it not be an issue, look like clipping. Now, as far as this goes, there's an antenna right there that needs to be semi-covered. So, we're going to we actually have to use a roof. Flat. There's just a little nub sticking out of the ground, because I mean, sometimes it'd be like that. Okay, so then we want to go in here and add in the walls. Flip that back to concrete. And you know what, just for a little bit of flair, let's add in a different type of window. Let's add triple frame. That way a little bit of the that area gets some skylight as well. And then we just repeat the process of Wait a minute. 2, 3, 4. How's that gonna look from a distance? Yeah. So, what we're gonna do is like that, and then pull out our triple frames. Yes. Just like that. Let's go ahead and put that on number 7, just for good measure. Put that on 8. Robe. What are you doing? What are you doing, big girl? Hi, ma'am. And Googard. Me. I know. Hang on. Alright. Oh, gotta go outside. I'll be right back. Alright, one moment. Prints. We're good. Oh, I've hit a button. Hi, welcome back. Okay, so I need just a moment to get this all situated. And then once we finish this building, I think I'm gonna go ahead and head off for the day. Because seems like my dog needs me. So let's go ahead and grab these. Make that there. There. There you go. Right, let's go ahead and line the inside of this because that's going to be visible from the inside, and I, really want that to actually look nice on the interior as well. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got the coloring down yet, but we will get there eventually. Yeah, so we offload oil here and, well, hang on, let me fix that. Alright, oil gets offloaded onto trucks here, tractors, etc., etc. And then right here is where we push fuel, packaged fuel, up into the facility, a little bit deeper into the facility, to be converted into eventually rocket fuel, which will help me out tremendously. So yeah, I think we did good for the day. This looks really nice. It just needs to be recolored and all that, but I think we did pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. What do y'all think? Pretty good? I mean, still got to do some interior work and all, but I figure we can do that in the next episode. Because, it's probably going to take a little bit to get the interior figured out perfectly in here. It does look really nice and spacious right here, though. And you can actually see everything, too, so... really nice. Very nice, even. There's some areas here that I could fill in with, like, normal ceilings, but I feel like having that grid all the way across is pretty perfect. And this is just somewhere that... this is just one of the mini facilities. This is, like, one of the smaller areas, too. This is just one of the smaller buildings out here at the Mega Factory. At the new Mega Factory that's going to be, this is just working with oil. All of this is just purely oil-based in this one tiny building. Technically it's not tiny, but it's huge, but... you know, it's got to move all the way throughout all of that. Like, the entire area I've sort of gridded off here, we got to use up all this space. And we've already got oil, plastic, packaged fuel, etc. You know, all that being done here. There is technically fuel that could be run here. It's just that I, haven't really figured that out yet. We just gotta... I don't know if I want to use just regular old fuel to fuel the vehicles, or... because that's... we burn through a lot of that really fast. Instead, I could be turning that into, like, rocket fuel and powering drones and such with that as well. So, I think we did good for the day. This looks really nice. Yeah. It's just a matter of making an entrance and an exit for this place that isn't for a factory cart, This is intended for a factory cart. That's intended for factory carts. I think it's nice. We did good. That's a start. We'll go up here, get a good, like, over-the-top look at everything we did today. Let's see. Yeah, just have a look at that. It's pretty nice. I think we did pretty good today. I do need to do some extra work to make it look like absolutely perfect, but other than that, I'm really proud. I'm proud of that. We did good. Yay. Go team, boys. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next one, and thank you to everyone that tuned in, and can't wait to see y'all in the next one. There might be one tomorrow, given it's a holiday, so stay tuned. Bye-bye.